in solidarity with the Occupy Wall Street movement in America, which has spread to over 100 cities in America. And it's part of a global awakening, a paradigm shift for humanity. After 200 years of capitalism, people are realizing that certain aspects of society, such as healthcare, such as education, should not be subject to free market capitalism, because some very, very clever people who are only interested in profit and not people will hijack these things. Most people here, although they're not accountants, they're not finance people, they're human beings, and they realize that there's something very wrong with the state of the Western world, that we have big banks getting bailed out with public money. What this is actually called is corporatism, which is a capitalist issue. Human beings have been capitalists for thousands of years. When you have corporations that control the governments and will have a trading environment which is good for them but not good for the people, you have a situation where the people will want to revolt. They will want to actually get rid of this system. And it's every human being's duty as a free-thinking individual to overthrow tyranny when tyranny comes to their shores. I think this movement is going to grow around the world. It's around 1,000 cities just now. This isn't a Western world thing or an Eastern world thing. It's not a Muslim thing. It's not a Christian thing. This is a human being thing. And I'm very interested to see how governments are going to react to this. At the moment, they're trying to discredit the movement. They're trying to call these people idiots. They're trying to say that they're not experts and that they don't know what they're talking about. It's very sad in our modern day world that the modern day priests of society are the experts, whether it's in science or in economics or finance, and that people like my friends who are all camped out here, all 2,000 of them, are told that they're idiots. And this is part of the paradigm shift that we need to bring about, is a resurrection of human beings respecting other human beings. There is something that says that government should be by the people, for the people, of the people. But in this country, people like David Cameron or George Osborne, or in America, Barack Obama or Joe Biden, they are millionaires. And they are controlled by Wall Street, they're controlled by the big companies that trade in the London Stock Exchange. And something very strange happened to democracy. The very same thing that happened to business is that very clever people who are maybe psychopathic can hijack people's consent by manufacturing it, and they can also hijack people's needs and desires by hijacking that. The whole cosmetics industry is built around making people feel worthless and ugly. The whole banking industry and the whole luxury product, Aston Martin, Ferraris, widescreen TVs, is about making people feel inadequate and small and poor. We have a system where people's natural propensity towards wanting status and power has been fully hijacked to something much more monstrous, where now we don't take care of the elderly, we don't take care of the disabled, although we do spend billions of pounds bombing African countries, Muslim countries, any country that seems to have resources that the mafia of the West really wants. I'm so proud of all the people here for their organization, the media tent, the first aid tent, the prayer room, the cinema that they've got going on here, the food tent. These people have organized in a democratic way. There is no hierarchy here, there is no ego, there is no status. And when they get their 9 points that they sent to the government together, it took them about 48 hours, but every single person here had a voice, had an opinion, and were able to take part in a truly democratic way of bringing about change, which is something we don't see in the government. We saw in 2003, 2 million people marched in Great Britain against the invasion of Iraq. And Tony Blair and his corporate controllers thought, no, to hell with the people, this is good for business, this is good for progress, this is good towards whichever system they're working towards. It just so happens that people now, with the global consciousness, which is the internet, can spread information and spread their own version of the truth away from corporate propaganda. And when I read the newspapers now, when I watch the TV, even the BBC, it does have a slant. It is from one direction. And one thing I always tell people with the media is that he who controls the questions controls the answers. So we shouldn't let the media control what questions are being asked. We are the people. We are the 100% on this planet. And we should be controlling the questions about this.
That's excellent. That's
all right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yes,
What's your name?
Charlie Veach.
You were here a week ago.
Yes, I was, yeah.
And I missed the part. You used to work for A+. What happened there?
I'm sorry?
You used to work for A+.
No.
What was the company you worked for before?
What was it? H-Boss.
Oh, H-Bus. What
Sounds like
happened
H-Boss.
there? What
I lost my
happened
job in
there?
the recession, in the economic crash, yeah.
Okay, that's
I
why.
used to sell investments and life assurance to rich people in the city.
Ah,
And I don't think their investments are doing too well now, but now I'm after that game, so
okay.
quite happily
You speak very well. You should
Thank
be
you,
one of
yeah.
their leaders. Because
don't-
I've seen you speak 2 times and it's excellent.
Thank you. No,
Yeah.
I think it's important for there to be no leaders here, for it to
Yeah.
be truly a
But you
a
got the
truly
message
democratic-
right, so
Yeah.
keep
well,
on speaking to people. It's
thank you.
excellent.
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Thanks.